Chapter 3: How Struggle Turns into Street Danger. When a child is misread for too long, struggle can slowly turn into disconnection. That process often begins quietly. It may begin with falling behind in class. It may begin with repeated embarrassment. It may begin with constant correction. It may begin with feeling misunderstood. It may begin with trying and failing until effort itself starts to feel pointless. At first, the child may still care. They may still want to do well. But when the same painful experience keeps repeating, something inside can begin to harden. They start expecting failure. They detach before they are rejected. They stop caring openly because caring has become painful. Once a child starts protecting themselves from disappointment by disconnecting, the struggle is no longer only academic. It becomes emotional, social, and behavioral. Now they may start missing practical work, then missing lessons, then missing days. They may become more withdrawn, more irritable, more disruptive, or harder to guide. Not always because they love disorder, but because inside they are drifting. And drifting children are vulnerable children. A child does not have to be fully rebellious to be in danger. They only have to become less anchored to school, less anchored to structure, less anchored to safe adults, less anchored to routine, less anchored to the belief that their future is still worth working for. Once those anchors weaken, other influences begin to matter more. This is where the street can begin to feel powerful, not always because the street is loved, but because it offers something immediate. The classroom may be offering confusion. The street may be offering clarity. The classroom may be offering failure. The street may be offering status. The classroom may be offering shame. The street may be offering belonging. That belonging is dangerous, but to someone who already feels pushed to the edge, it can still feel powerful. Many dangerous pathways do not begin with criminal intention. They begin with emotional vulnerability, unmet need, and gradual disconnection. A young person may first be drawn by friendship, attention, excitement, protection, or the feeling of finally being recognized. Over time, they may begin thinking differently. They may start measuring respect differently. They may start seeing safety differently. They may start defining strength differently. A young person who feels unprotected may admire those who look protected. A young person who feels powerless may copy those who look feared. A young person who feels invisible may attach themselves to whoever makes them feel important. This is why exclusion, absence, and constant detachment matter so much. When a young person is regularly outside the spaces meant to hold them, they have more time, more exposure, and less protection. They do not need to love danger to move towards it. Sometimes they are chasing family. Sometimes they are chasing identity. Sometimes they are chasing protection. Sometimes they are chasing money. Sometimes they are chasing relief from feeling small, rejected, or unseen. Older influences matter here too. A young person rarely invents a street code from nowhere. They absorb it from people already living by it. That may come from older youths, adults, local figures, or groups presenting themselves as family, while quietly shaping young minds towards risk. That means the young person is not only being tempted, they are being formed. They are learning how to respond to disrespect, how to measure strength, how to protect image, how to avoid looking weak. That is why the pull of the street is so serious. It offers belonging, identity, and emotional structure at the exact moment when healthy anchors may be weakening. The street does not usually capture a child all at once. It takes them a piece at a time, a compromise at a time, a missed day at a time, a new friendship at a time, a little more bitterness at a time, a little less trust in good guidance at a time, until one day people ask, how did they end up here? But here usually began much earlier. It began when struggle was not understood, when shame was not addressed, when detachment was not interrupted, when drifting was not taken seriously. That is why prevention cannot begin only at arrest, violence, or headlines. It has to begin when the anchors start weakening, when attendance drops, when behavior hardens, when safe belonging fades, when dangerous belonging becomes attractive. If we wait until the street fully claims the child, we are already late. So the next question is clear. What can pull a young person back before that process goes further? That is where community, trusted adults, and the digital world come in. That is what we will look at in Chapter 4, how community, trusted adults, and even the digital world can either help pull a young person back or push them further towards danger.